On today's episode of KBB, how to streamline your pricing to encourage customers to buy more, meet the duo behind the Ripe maternity wear label and their export secrets, and great business success tips from the brains behind Kennards. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Kochie's Business Builders. This is our last episode for this year, so we filled it to the brim with small business success stories, lots of inspiration and lots of advice. But we'll be back in the new year, the first Sunday in February, so there's still plenty more great tips to come from us in 2017. Can't wait. Now, with Christmas just around the corner, NAB recently released a report saying online shopping is booming, with Australians spending $20.8 billion online in retail in the last year. This is an increase of 14%, and even better news, domestic retailers accounted for about 80% of that. I know our office here loves online shopping, with deliveries arriving daily here at Pinstripe. So it's crucial for small businesses to take advantage of this shift. Today, we hear from one business who did just that, Ripe Maternity. And considering they started 20 years ago when the internet wasn't really a big thing, it's a great story about how they've adapted and won as a result. We also get some business advice from the gurus at Kennards. I answer one of your business questions and Val Quinn shares another tech tip. To get it all started, let's find out how to streamline pricing with a creative circus arts business. Umbilico is a boutique space that offers classes in circus arts and functional movement and was founded by Jordana Coco last year.
Hi, Julie. Welcome.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. Wow.
We sent in Julia Bickerstaff to advise Jordana on streamlining Umbilico's pricing structure.
We've been operating for about a year and a half.
And so this is where all the action is through here.
That's right. I'll show you now, yes.
It started as a small idea to honour the life of Jordana's late brother and has since become an exciting small business with hundreds of people visiting each week.
Wow. Wow.
I used to train far away from home, just recreationally, and I wanted a place closer to home. And also it's for personal reason to stay close to my brother, who is not with us anymore, who had a passion for flying as well. We never envisaged to open a school, but we had to. So slowly we started with a few clients, a few industry professionals, rehearsing, doing private classes, and then we started offering classes for adults, then for kids, and before we knew it now, we are open 7 days a week.
And so how many classes a week do you run here?
So we have about 30 a week now of our own classes, and then we hire the space also to other businesses who use it for their own classes.
So you've got a lot of people coming through here?
Yes, quite a bit, yes.
It's not easy to start a business, have lots of people coming through. There must be lots of challenges associated with this.
Absolutely, yes. Most of the team didn't have much background in this before, so it's been a real learning curve for all of us, yes.
And so what's one of the things that you're really finding tricky to work on now?
The major one is keeping people consistent in coming to classes. We try to reinvent the wheel a little bit. We wanted to offer a lot of flexibility. Instead of offering terms, we offered passes where people can attend as they please, drop-in classes over a number of months. So it's great for the clients because they get to be flexible and come as they please, but it means that we don't consistently fill the classes all the time, and we're left with the expense of having to pay instructors and so on.
Yeah, because I saw at the moment you've got there's a few different options. There's a drop-in class, just pay for one.
That's right.
And then I think you have the buy 5, buy 10, and you've got the term.
That's right.
And so you have quite a few options.
Yes.
And the interesting thing about having a lot of options is that in itself can confuse customers, and it can actually cause them not to buy, and there's psychological reasons for that. And that's because as individuals, we are terrified of making the wrong decision. And so when we have lots of different, we could either buy that one or that one or that one or that one, we can actually be a bit paralysed in our decision-making and so worried that we're going to make the wrong decision that we make no decision at all. And so it's good to have just really like a maximum of 3 options. The human brain, for some reason, loves to have 3 options. Once it starts having more than 3 options, it starts getting a bit, it's a bit confused.
That's really interesting, yes. I can relate to that too, actually, yeah.
We'll be back soon to find out how Umbilico can help customers choose one payment option. But for now, it's time for news you can use. It's no surprise that a good night's sleep improves performance at work, but did you know that 1 in 5 employees is sleep deprived and more likely to experience stress in their job? This research from Virgin Pulse surveyed over 4,000 companies in 185 countries to look at the effect of sleep on staff. It found that those who sleep badly are 1.4 times as likely to report lower than average productivity than those with average or above average sleep quality. This means that absenteeism and presenteeism, when employees are present but not efficient, are increased. Workplace safety can also come into play in some occupations. Plus, there are increased health risks to consider. For adults, it's recommended to get at least 7 hours sleep every night. So, help staff stay on top of their game. Promote a culture where sleep is valued and long hours are not the norm. Discourage checking emails at night and on weekends, and even allow nap breaks when appropriate. They'll thank you with improved productivity, motivation, health and concentration. After the break, we visit Right Maternity, a business started by 2 friends which just celebrated its 20th anniversary and has cracked the export market. You're going to learn so much from this team. While you wait, check us out on kochiesbiz.com. Lisa Balakas and Kate Beaconsfield started Right Maternity 20 years ago and are still going strong. And for anyone in business, big or small, that is no mean feat. 20 years is a long time. What's even better, they still have the same partners and suppliers that they started with. Right Maternity has won several business and export awards and sell into the US, Canada, UK, Europe and New Zealand, among others. They have some great advice for all of us on how to balance friendship and take advantage of opportunities to grow.
Ripe started because I was young, pregnant and I had nothing to wear. And through each of my 3 pregnancies, that didn't change. So I saw a gap in the market that I thought was quite obvious to fill.
And when Lisa had the business idea, she came to me. I was a physiotherapist and I said, you know, I'm a bit bored doing what I'm doing. I'd love to do it with you.
So we teamed up and never looked back. Our goal back then was to support pregnant women through their maternity phases. So we supply product through our own stores as well as through wholesale accounts around the world.
Being a niche, it is fairly limited who you can sell to. So we thought the world was a great marketplace.
And then we went into our own retail about 10 years ago, and we started off in small strip shopping centres, and now we've gone to the larger regional ones. So, yeah, that's seen our business change a lot over those years.
Hard to believe, but when we first started exporting, the internet wasn't really in use. It was just the beginning of that time. And so we went to America and we went to a trade show and got a catalogue where they had all the different distributors. Then we sent product and catalogues to them, and an agent from Texas looked us up and said that he was really interested. And within a season or so, we had representation at every market. So that was really the start of our export.
Yeah, and then more recently, we will attend trade shows. We were looking at going to the European market more strongly, so we saw opportunities there. So we would attend those trade shows either as visitors or exhibitors and get to know the market. So we get to know the customers, the agents, and our competitors very well.
Well, this is our 20th year. We've just celebrated our 20th anniversary with all our staff and partners.
Our brand values haven't changed over that time. We've always been in existence, to support pregnant women through their journey of motherhood. It's our key driver to inspire women to celebrate and embrace those years of nursing, and maternity and into motherhood.
I think another brand value that we have is just how we want our team to be. We try and support each other at head office and in our stores, and Lisa and I just feel blessed every day for the amazing team that we have.
To build a brand, I think it's very important to have brand integrity and to understand exactly who your core customer is and what your vision is. We try not to get too distracted by other categories within our market. If anything, we've extended our product range from pure maternity into nursing, but we haven't been tempted to go into children's wear or larger women's sizes, as been suggested along the way to us.
We keep innovating by changing when the market changes. We're very nimble, and so when the Australian dollar was low, we looked at exporting, and then when it rose again, we brought our focus back home on in Australia, and that included moving into retail, and it's been great for our brand. It's really made us customer focused.
We're always looking at opportunities that we have and taking risks, and being brave around those opportunities. So that continually, keeps us improving on what we do.
Lisa and I have spent a bit of time reflecting on the relationships that we've had and made within our business. And first and foremost is our relationship with each other. We're still great friends, and we respect and we motivate each other. And our broader team is also a big part. We think of them as our partners. We have the same fabric suppliers that we had 20 years ago. We've had the same banker. We still bank with NAB after 20 years. And a lot of our staff have been with us for the whole journey as well, including one pattern maker who was here from day one. I think a good tip for friends that want to go into business together is always be honest with each other. It's impossible to work together for so long and for things never to annoy you. So just be open about it. If any challenges come up, we just talk about it and we move on. But it's a lot of fun.
We complement each other really well. Kate is, very numbers driven, and I'm more creative and wordy. So together we're a really good team. We're a bit of a yin and a yang.
And although we have different areas of our business, we definitely respect each other's view about the entire business. So we really bounce ideas off. After all these years, we still choose to share an office. We really value each other's input. I think one of the best things that we did was we bought our own land and built our own building because who likes to pay rent? And we figured we may as well be our own landlords. So just juggling our cash flow for a little while was really worth it in the long run. And the NAB supported us with that. And it's an investment we'll always have. So we always talk about it,
Yeah.
If things get into trouble, we've always got our property. Lucky for us, everything's going well. So it's just a bonus.
Coming up, we get back to Umbilico, finding out how to streamline their pricing options. Really crucial stuff for any small business. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Kochie'sBiz. Earlier in the show, we sent Julia Bickerstaff into Umbilico, a small business who reached out for advice on streamlining their pricing structure. Julia shared some wonderful tips with Jordana, and she's got a few more up her sleeve.
Another interesting thing is, and I think on your website, you're very sort of fair in that you show all the pricing options and you don't highlight one as the one that you want people to go to. But if you look at corporate businesses like the telecom industry, for instance, they'll show the options and then they'll put one out in big and bold and really focus on that one. Often that one's, works best for the business. It often works best for the consumer too. And by showcasing one of the options that you want to drive people to, it helps them get through that decision-making process. And so that's another thing that you can do is work out which one do you really want people to go to. Then highlight that one as, this is our best one. Go for that one. Because people just don't like making decisions. And so if they feel that you have told them this is the one you should go for, it'll make them feel better about it and it works for you. So that's quite an easy change for you to make. So at the moment, I think you're being very fair and you're saying, look, you can do this or this or this or this, and you're being very accommodating. But sometimes in being so accommodating, we're making it harder for our customers to work out which one they should do.
Absolutely. We haven't thought about it that way. Absolutely. It's like when you go to the supermarket, if something is on sale, easy, the decision is made for you. That's like, okay, thank you. We'll keep this in mind, yes.
You've got to work out what suits you and suits your environment and suits your customers, but never feel afraid of sort of pushing people towards the best option, because we often want to be pushed.
Yeah, and also it's the truth. It really is being honest in terms of what is the best value for them. So it is actually a genuine favour, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing which you might find useful, because you're still, pretty young in business, only a year or so, is to have a look at the Small Business First community, because on there they've got some great forums where you can ask questions, and they also have some good offers on there and things that might be useful, because there are always so many questions when you're running a business, aren't there?
Absolutely. Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Wow, all that spinning has made me feel a bit dizzy. But what a fantastic space and great legacy Jordana is keeping alive. Julia shared some great advice I'm sure we can all relate to. Giving customers too many payment choices is confusing, so keep it to just 3 options. Then it's about showcasing or highlighting the best choice you want customers to make. Simple advice all of us can put in place today.
Hi, I'm Angus Kennard, CEO of Kennards Hire, our family business. We've been around for almost 70 years. We have over 160 stores around Australia and New Zealand, and we're one of the leading family businesses in hire around the world. My 4 top tips is understanding why you're here, why you exist. Why we're here is actually to make our customers' job easier, which was founded from my grandfather. Ensure that you have a great culture and great people. Great people are the ones that are going to be able to support you and deliver. Make sure they're smarter than you. In this modern world, it's really important to ensure that you look to the future. So innovation is a critical element for us. We invest a lot of money, so make sure that thinking about the future of where you sit. We've been around for 70 years, but we want to be around for the next 70 years, so we need to make sure that we're relevant in the future. And the last tip is around execution, to make sure that whatever your strategy, whatever your vision is, it doesn't matter how good it is. If you cannot execute it, if you cannot deliver the initiatives, then it's not worth anything.
Coming up, I answer one of your business questions. Here's a clue: Melbourne. Plus, we all learn another handy tech tip. For more great advice and inspiration, be sure to join our newsletter at kochiesbiz.com. Stay tuned. Well, thank you all for watching today. How great was Right Maternity, where Lisa and Kate said it's all about looking for opportunities, taking risks and being brave. They're wise words. Now, we're off for a Christmas break for a couple of weeks. Hope you all have a fantastic holiday season, and we can't wait to see you in the new year. 2017, bring it on. It's going to be a great year. We're back on air Sunday, February 5. And in the meantime, catch us on Facebook, Twitter and kochiesbiz.com.au. Now, before we go, I've got to answer a great question from one of our viewers, and we've got another super tech tip that's all coming up.
If you're looking to move beyond the traditional cash register or desktop screen, there's a number of modern and mobile point-of-sale options. A mobile point-of-sale system allows sales teams to get out from behind the counter and actually spend some time with their customers. It can speed up very manual processes and can be implemented at a fraction of the cost and time of traditional systems. There are many options for micro and small businesses too, the most popular which include Square, Level Up, ShopKeep, and Revel. Most don't charge a monthly fee. Instead, they take a cut of each transaction that ranges from about 1.75 to 3.75%. So there's nothing stopping you from getting started.
All right, it's time again for Ask Kochie, and today's video was sent to us from Melinda Clark. Let's check it out.
Hi Kochie, my name's Melinda Clark and my business is the Melbourne Map. This is an artistic project that's going to take about a year to complete and cost around $100,000. My burning business question to you is about crowdfunding. What would be your tips for a successful crowdfunding campaign, and how do you go about choosing which crowdfunding platform to use, like Kickstarter or Possible or Indiegogo? Thanks, Kochie.
Wow, thanks for your question, Melinda. And if that's what we could see in the video behind you, the Melbourne Maps looks like a really interesting project. Look, crowdfunding is a great way to get your business off the ground, and it's becoming more popular for small businesses and startups to access funds this way. That also means that competition is really fierce. So with that in mind, you need to be on your game. So I thought we'd go to the expert, Dave Chappie from KBB Digital, to give us some really good tips. So first up, Dave, what do you need to do to really capture the attention in crowdfunding?
Well, first and foremost, you have to have a compelling idea. It really has to be solid. You have to have thought it through. You have to be able to present your idea as something that people really will want to engage with. You know, you're up against a lot of people who've got a lot of ideas out there, so it has to be well considered.
Okay. And the video has got to be spot on?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the key to getting a crowdfunding idea off the ground is to present the idea, and video seems to be the key. We know that people who are presenting a video that clearly outlines the idea succinctly and gets people sort of engaged and emotional has about a 2 times success rate.
So there are a few platforms to choose from, which Melinda's pointed out. How do you choose the right one for you?
Yeah, well, they all have their positives and negatives. So Kickstarter is the favourite that I have, and it is an all or nothing sort of approach, which means you say, I want to raise this much money, and if you don't get that much, then you don't get anything.
Right.
Failing that, Indiegogo has an alternative sort of approach, and that is that you put out, I want to raise this much money, and if you don't get that much, you still get all of the money.
And Possible?
Possible, that's an Australian company which has come out now. They once again are an all or nothing approach, but if you don't get the money, they let you have another go at it.
Okay, all right. So how long should you keep the offer open for?
Well, we know from fact that about 30 days is spot on there, and it's just enough time to sort of get enough urgency to get people on board, but enough urgency that we're closing it out again. And we know that 40% of funding happens in the first 3 days and the last 3 days of a campaign. So it really is that excitement factor that brings it in.
Right. All right, Dave, thank you for that. So spend some time looking at successfully funded campaigns and their videos. Personal favourite of mine was the Flow Hive, a father and son invention creating honey on tap. It's beautiful. And don't forget to use images and stories to help explain what makes your product so special. So, Melinda, hopefully that helps, and let us know how you go. Coming up next, find out how to get investors to back your business and grow. Hayden Shapes Surfboards share their gnarly story of innovation and export, and great success tips from fashion legend Carla Zampatti. Hey, thanks for dropping by the KBB YouTube channel. If you want a whole lot more where this came from, press the subscribe button and it will open a Pandora's box of great videos that not only are educational, full of great advice, but also really inspiring. Just what we need as small business owners.